man, I was like, yeah, got you, bro. Got you. Got you. But like I said, bro, they never confronted me, bro. Like I said, I'm not a big guy, bro. I'm only 5'9", bro. 140 pounds. I ain't no monster, no giant. They were big, way bigger than me. They had me at least each one had me at least by 50 pounds each, bro. But I wasn't like I really wasn't tripping like too much. Like I wasn't worried about it. Like only way you gonna get this Jeep is if you drive over the sidewalk and then you gonna be stuck, or if you ran my truck. And they were, I guess they were, they didn't have it in them. So they just, like I said, they went in, Carl's Jr., grabbed the food that they ordered, if they even took it, and they were out of there. By the time the CHP came, they kind of probably walked to Cal City. Like, I was like, whoa, 45 minutes later, man. Just so happened luckily I parked behind, I just pulled behind it, bro. And I stood outside my Jeep the whole time, right next to Jake, sent him some pictures and stuff. Jake's like, yeah, that's it, bro. That's my Jeep, bro. That's it. I'm like, yeah, bro. I told you, bro. I got you, bro. They took all the stickers and stuff off the windows so they wouldn't be noticeable and stuff. I was like, wow. But for the most part, like I said, bro, I'm just happy he got his Jeep back. Yeah. So we'll see, man. Hopefully, I don't know what happened to the guys or whatnot. I know that Jake said they had enough evidence to charge the guys or whatever or whatnot. So hopefully we'll see what goes down and whatnot. But like I said, bro, it was crazy, bro. Man, I was like, whoa, like for your Jeep to get taken outside your house, and then he posted it. It's just what it is. It's the power of social media, bro. It's like it can either go good or it can go bad. And just so happened he happened to post it, and I happened to see it. And I live in Roseman, and happened to see it out here while if I wouldn't have if I wouldn't have seen my buddy at the light and turned and went over there and talked to him, I would have missed the Jeep. He'd probably still be missing right now. Just so happened I see my buddy and he's pointing to me like turn, turn, turn. So I'm already in the far left lane. So I just cut across traffic and turned and made a right like that. Talked to him about maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 minutes max. Within that 5 minutes, Jake's truck rolled past me, did a U-turn. When he turned around, bro, I was on it. I was already on the man, bro. And it was like, wow, like, man, for me to find it, like I said, bro, I wasn't like, oh, big hero ish. So yeah, I found Jake's Jeep. All this, like, nah, bro, like, that's my boy. So I would expect for him to, hey, Lee, I seen your Jeep. You know what I mean? I'm following it right now. If you can't get here, I'll just let you know where to go. Oh man, I respect that. But like I said, I didn't have nothing to do. I was actually on my way home, but I just so happened, like I said, I seen it, bro, and I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let me go ahead and just go ahead and follow this mug. And like I said, I followed it all the way up Sierra Highway till we couldn't go no more, and then we got on the freeway. And then when we got on the freeway, he got only little ways on me. He got a little ways bound. And then, like I said, I cruised in. He must have like, oh yeah, well he didn't come this far. He stopped or whatever. And like I said, I seen it at Mojave, bro. And wham, just like that, just like that.
What's up, Primo?
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
You all right, brother?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm here, slow as ever. Um, Thanks for joining us. We just do a little mic check, make sure that you're voice is sounding good, and you can't look any better, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. How you doing, man? You been all right? Been a while, man.
Yeah, a little bit. Just hanging like everybody else. I'll see you soon, I'm sure.
That's right. Yeah, man. Just
Let me close my door here for a second. How's his audio, Emmanuel?
I can.
For the podcast. So, all right, and then Corona should join us for his check. I want to just standard fare. I think I sent you over the two be safe spots. I don't know if there's three. What do we have? Jerry and Gail. Oh, nice. And then we'll run the Pioneer spot. I'll I think I'll repeat that spot that I do with the other one, and then we'll have on. Yeah, I'd almost like to start with Primo, but I think I could build it up. And Corona be drunk as a skunk before he's on, so I may need to get to him quick. So that's what we'll do. We'll stick with Corona, and then we'll bring in Primo likely before we go to the breaky. Or depending on how it's going with Corona, we'll save him for the break. You get a sense of that. So will I. Mini Bike Paul reached out to me, and I bought a bike from him, and he has documented, he claims, the first ever Powell mini bike, and I guess there's a serial number that can prove it. He may have that bike for sale, and he kept sending me information. It's like, dude, just be on the fucking show. I mean, I could call you up and see if you want to do it. So I don't know if he's going to or not. I may have him somewhere in our back pocket. Possibly. I'll keep an eye on my phone, Emmanuel, but that's it. I got a little update on Dave Miller, and we'll see if we get any questions or comments and deal with those, and we'll be done. Good. So, Primo, I heard just a little bit that you were sharing with Emmanuel. Three guys walk into a bar, right? The fourth one ducked. Oh,
Does your car stereo get you where you want to go? Why not upgrade it? Get easy navigation with Apple CarPlay on the new Pioneer Next. Don't break up with your car, upgrade it.
Hey, what's up, JMBR? This is Jake Mo from MoFab Co. I just want to encourage you guys to stay safe out there. Stay inside, wear your mask, do what you got to do. Hopefully we can put this COVID thing behind us and get back out on our bikes. Have a good one.
Hey JMBR Nation, this is the Cleas from Utica, New York. Hope you and your families are staying safe.
We look forward to seeing you at the Joe's Mini Bike Reunion in October, God willing.
This is Jay Kalia with the coronavirus update from Utica, New York. Good night.
Hey, it's Freiberger here from Roadkill. I am quarantining pretty hardcore. Staying in my garage, getting some stuff done. I hope you are too. And man, I hope this thing ends soon so we can get back to racing.
to you by our friends at Pioneer Car Electronics. This is your podcast for April, what is it, the 7th? No, it's the 5th. What am I, nuts? It's Cinco de Mayo. Come on, everybody. It's Cinco de Mayo. This is my second podcast for the day, so I'm all over the place, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I want to remind everybody, don't break up with your car audio. If you're tired of it, upgrade it with Pioneer. Also like to give a shout out to our sponsors from GoPowerSports.com, Studs Racing, and back. Yes, they're back like the plague, everybody. Our friends from Go Kart USA. Thanks to all the support from our sponsors. We've got a great show in store for you tonight on this Cinco de Mayo special. The man behind the legend, the myth. You've heard his name before, as confusing as it may be to some, Corona Irving, or is it Irving Corona? All I know, he's one fast man, and he'll be on the podcast talking about some of his latest builds and escapades. Our man Corona Irving will be joining us. Later on the podcast, we'll have the man of the hour, Primo Emmanuel, the little bumblebee who kicked my ass racing out at Antelope Valley. I thought it was a few months back, but it turns out it was a few years back. But Primo is the man of the hour. And those of you who follow along may have heard that Jake Mo, Mr. Mini Bike, the president and the senator of the Mini Bike Nation, had his Jeep stolen in the Antelope Valley or Palmdale or Lancaster, however you want to call it. But we put out a few tentacles, and the guys on the social media platform stepped up, and Primo spotted the vehicle, helped them secure it, and Jake's got his vehicle back. So we're going to find out how that went down from Primo. And then a couple good updates during a time when things are a little bit tough, right? Everybody's home. Everybody's kind of itching to get out, get back to work, get back to riding. We're getting there. They've relaxed and I believe that we're on our way to a slow opening out here in Southern California. We know that our friends in Michigan and down in Florida and some of the other states that are populated with mini bike nuts, Texas, they're all anxious to get out and have already taken those steps. But we've got a soft opening, and who knows, guys, maybe before you know it, we'll be seeing each other either riding or running into each other. It's going to be good. I am hopeful and optimistic that we will hold the 9th annual Joe's Mini Bike Reunion that will feature the return of Jerry and Gail back to beautiful La Crescenta, California on October the 17th. That's right, October the 17th. Mark your calendars. Get your masks ready. Get the gloves. Get friggin' everything, okay? Because it's going to go down unless they tell us that it can't happen. We are planning on going ahead with that. And we want to thank Pioneer for their support, as they do with everything that we do around here. So I had a chance, guys, to talk to Dave Miller. And Dave, as you all know, has been going through a really tough time, but he is going through his last bout of chemo. And the way he described it, he was very, very, very appreciative and thankful to a young Indian doctor, the way he described her, and how great of a job she not only was doing to help him overcome his terrible cancer issues, but also everything that she had told him early on was likely to happen, good and bad. He said it happened. And that's really cool. So Dave is now entering the last phase of his heavy duty chemo, and he's going to need some time to recover. But he wanted me to tell everybody that right now he's welding. He has his guys on shifts. But despite all the problems he has health-wise, Dave's still going into the shop and welding. So he'll spend 4 hours. Otherwise, he was going to jump on the computer and join us for a few minutes, but he's not quite ready. I encourage you all, and I'd like to thank Joel from Arizona again for buying the famous little Indian mini bike that Miss Cherie, Miss Mini Bike, posed on and was probably one of the most downloaded photos in our hobby. Joel, thank you for your support in purchasing that bike. And over $500 of that went to Dave Miller's GoFundMe page. I know that many of you have asked about Dave Miller and how he's doing. So keep an ear out on the podcast for updates on him. Emmanuel, I think Paul is struggling. Maybe his audio is muted or something, but Paul Weiner, Mini Bike Paul, also was in contact with us. And those of you who are listening to the podcast, I want to say a couple episodes, heard Paul. Paul recently went through, I don't know if he had a little, was it a kidney stone or something like that, but he's tough as a bull and he's recovering. And Paul's got some really good activity happening up there in Oxnard that you're not going to want to miss. And he's going to join us in the second half of the podcast to talk a little bit about what's going down in the world of Mini Bike Paul. So we got a good show in store for you. Once again, sorry guys, I had a podcast earlier and I'm just a little slow of foot here, but we're going to get it going. And I can assure you we're going to get it going on this big Cinco de Mayo celebration by bringing on a guy that was early on. I remember doing the podcast and for that matter, the event and any social media style promotions very, very early on. One of the guys that always either commented or supported what we were doing was a guy by the name of Corona Irving. I hadn't really run across many guys named Corona, and I could have certainly thought and did for 5 years that his name was Irving Corona. Yet I don't give two shits because now I know what his name is and I don't care. It's like, this guy is great. This is a guy who picked up on mini bikes while he was fueling his passion and his enthusiasm about cars. He was a big fan of Roadkill, if I recall. And I don't know if we connected through my time helping out Roadkill, where I was working with those guys, representing them, some sponsorship, emceeing some of this. But Corona up and he had the mini bike game, so many of us, because they're within our reach. You know, this guy's got kids and a beautiful wife and family, and he works hard. You know, he's doing what most of us couldn't do, but he was able to jump in the mini bike game because it was affordable. And man, you'll find out more about him. In fact, that's just the bullshit bring on. So what's happening, bro? How are you?
How are we doing? I'm doing real good. And yeah, just like you're saying, you know, I was motivated through your show. You know, I was one day just sitting down and I was watching Roadkill, and then all of a sudden the mini bike show came on, the taco one. I was like, holy crap, I had a Camaro and I've been spending all this money. And I was like, God damn it, you know, I need to find a way I can keep up my horsepower hobby up. So once I seen the taco one, I was like, I got to meet this guy named Joe. I got to meet him, and I started building the vintage mini bikes, you know. And then I was like, well, there must be another side to this too, you know. There must be the drag side, the speed side, and you know, the resto mod. And I was like, well, I want to bring an old chassis, something that's really torn up, beat up, something that's not restorable to other people, and give it another chance at life. And that's what I did. And I've done that with my Bonanza. And most of all the other bikes that I do are bikes that people just do not want, that I pick up for 15, 10 bucks sometimes, mostly, because they're just to them this trash, frame scratch or something. And I know it's not right. It has another life. I can give it another chance, and if I will, I do it all the time. And it's because
and you do it well. When I finally met you, I believe you had just finished that red taco that ran like a red ape with the white seat and the white grips. And you know, you rolled it out there, and that thing blew by everybody. And then you've since returned.
That was my first bike ever built.
Well, what a great first bike. But let me slow down for a second here. Tell folks what we do during the regular 9 to 5 gig. Why don't you, Rona?
I'm an insulator for Local 5. You know, Local 5 insulators in California. So we insulate refineries. You know, I had a couple buddies at the Dodge Stadium. My company, JD, you know, and Deed out there. You know, they're building that new stadium for us. So we're insulators. You know, we insulate your dust system, your AC system. And
how long have you been doing that, Rona? How long have you been at that job? How long have you been in that gig?
I've been about since I can say 2011.
2011. Great. And were you born here in the United States, or were you born? You were. Okay. So pretty good deal.
And I lived most of life here in Norwalk. And you know, I heard about Mac a few times. They're like, yeah, he's the mini bike guy here in Norwalk. I'm like, I've never heard about this guy. Who's Mac? And I met Jeff, and they're like, yeah, well, you got to go out there. And guy like Albert, you know, one of my main guys that I really like, that are really into mini bikes, is Ian. JMO as well. JMO is one of the Alfredo as well. And all these guys, I was really looking at their bikes, and I was like, how can I do that? But you know, Jake Bolton, you know, number one, you know.
Hey, Emmanuel, just a second here, Corona. Thanks for that. I want to get back to not only Ian, but some of the other guys you mentioned. I don't know if you guys may be experiencing. I've been in a couple of groups that we have you from. If you get Corona, is sometimes keep yourself stationed. Some time we can be still. Look back to that. So you talk about Ian. Ian is a long-standing JMBR participant and has to be one of the coolest guys out there. There's several of those guys that you have this big mini bike family. What's it about it? Is it the people? Is it the bikes? Is a balance between the two? What's your take on it? Why do you think this mini bike hobby is just so stimulating for a guy like you?
99% the people, 1% the bike to me. No lie. It's the passion that they have, that drive. You know, they have the same drive that I got. You know, they're very motivated to not just let something go, and they give another leg. And I like that. When you give something another chance, it's a passionate person. I like that. You know, person with heart.
You've recently got into the micro game, and you are casing your RCF micro. Talk a little bit about that, and what made you so excited to play the micro game?
Well, because it's a very small frame. I've seen micros of, I can say every size. The RCF micro is extremely small. You have to see it in person to actually do what I'm doing. I've seen people say I'll put rigs in there and I'll put this and that, and
they're not doing any of that. Yeah. Well, most of the folks playing the 79cc scale down Predator, which you can get in there. I believe Ryan was talking about having a new base plate that would take on a 212. But anybody who would put, especially a big block rigs, if it comes to in that bike, you need to have your head examined. Even the tight fit is a challenge with the Westpins. I can have a Power Products little two-stroke that I bought from Eric. It's Racing. We'll plug for racing.com. Check them out for specials right now. And with that, you have to have an adapter on the front. You have to have a base plate. None of these frames take on a 7-inch length that you need to build. So it is nothing but build as you go. Talk about the power plant that you put in your RCF and what some of the challenges were. Everyone, that thing sounds great. When you hit up a stand with the drag bars on there, I did that video 5-6 times. Talk a little about what you did with your engine set up on that micro.
All right. Well, that bike is, when I got it, I had about a month to build it because of your show. So I put aside my big bike that I was going to take to your show because Evan said, you got this bike, I'll give it to you. Here's a challenge. So I took the challenge on, and I was like, well, I just can't just build a regular micro like everybody else is doing. So I can leave the frame as is, but that, you know, Corona touch to it. So I was like, my touch is the drag style. I like that drag style. It's the California style. So I made myself a seamless stainless steel wheelie bar, you know, and made myself a custom pipe for this Commer 80cc with the Tilliton carburetor. It's running on gas now, and it's extremely fast. I mean, the wheelie bar not there for takeoff. It's really there for after I'm at 30 miles per hour, the front wheels will pick up. So that's what it's really scary about. My friend with the helmet is the same time I've written it, and this thing's a monster. The motor actually was built by Fleming Racing, and I took it off of a guy. He was, I think, it was like number 2 champion, and his son was like a partner. He said he needed an upgrade, so I got the motor off him, and I just said, it can fit in there, I'll make it fit. So I had to take off the shroud, do a lot of customization, fabrication, but I got another little micro coming through, so it's a little top secret.
We'll find out a little bit more about that I'm taking for your patience. Sometimes the podcast, we have a little bit of technical setup, and you may be saying some of these as well. Apparently, got a little bit of buffering issue that continues. For those of you who can still hear, we can continue on because Abdul is able to add all this when we boost it. I'll hopefully see if we can get to the bottom of some of the issues that we may be having now. If it's a buffering issue, we apologize for that. Once again, we're live at Cinco de Mayo edition of Joe's Mini Bike Reunion podcast. We're here with Irving. We're talking a little bit about, what we've seen with you, with the bike that you show up with, as well as the videos that you post. Yeah, you're bringing bikes back to life. How nice from a $6 or $15, offer up ad. When people have like a peg that's turned off or a bent handlebar, I think it's broke, you bring it back to life. It's a good thing. It's almost like someone goes to the Humane Society and taking a dog that didn't have it for a month and then have it displayed. And I remember looking at that. You did a good job on that, Corona. You have some bigger style mini bikes that also are part of your collection. Talk a little bit about some of those. Was that a motor box that you expanded? And I think you had some others. I'm not sure if it was a motor box or a mod doodle. What were we working on recently?
Correct, sir. Yeah. It's extended it 460 all billet internals right now. I got a fully turbo coming in, and I'm waiting for my starter. So Eric from Studs, I'm waiting for you. So other than that, he's very awesome, man. I really love Studs, and I got a bunch of bikes. I actually got a Nitro 54 as well with an 80cc Commander, which some people don't consider a mini bike, but I found a dirt bike, an 80cc Yamaha. I took that motor out and I put it in a mini bike, and I have a chopper that I'm gonna be taking out to those 80 rides, which is always get a new motor in there. I built animal back here. I just don't need the camera, but that's gonna go in there. I hope it doesn't frame in half, but that's gonna be
you're to fix it on site, I'm sure. I thought you had your Bonanza chopper up for sale. Did I see a bike?
Yeah. It just,
you just testing the waters?
No, it's not even. I just got like 14 bikes, and then it just sometimes I have all these drag bikes, and then the big old sissy bar just sticks out, and I'm like, it looks like an orca out there. I just got to get out. It doesn't fit in with my bikes, but I really love the chopper. To me, that is the holy grail of mini bikes. So I do not want
a chopper fan as well, and I would suggest a couple things. First of all, isn't it nice to have a choice to buy a bike and sell a bike? I often find if I buy a bike, I feel like I got to move on. I can't. The problem is I'm pretty trim right now. I've gotten rid of all the bikes that really aren't able to ride. At our age and our weight, it's tough to have a 3.5 horsepower mini bike lying around and be like that. So having some bikes you can literally get on and ride. And I've been fortunate. I'm not as talented as like you or Jake and many of the other builders, Evil Ed. I'm like the promoter guy, the PR guy, right? I'm more of a kind of a casual guy. You guys are hardcore builders, and we expect to see good creations coming from you, and that's why we do the event. Are you working on your bike yet for this upcoming Joe's Mini Bike Reunion, or you don't want to talk about it, or you got something?
Yeah. I got it right next to me. It's a micro version of the big bike that I built, and I'm taking both of them, and I'm actually going to take the Nitro 4480. See, so I'm taking 4 bikes. I'm actually going to take the RCF as well. We're probably going to put that on the dyno.
Are you coming for the dyno, huh?
Yeah, I really want the dyno on the micro. I really want that. That's my main. Last time I forgot the starter box, so it screwed me over.
I had to shut my door. We got the helicopters cruising by. Earlier this morning, it was the birds chirping. Now we got the helicopters. Hey, Corona, I've always wanted to have you on the show, and it's ironic that we have you on during the Corona pandemic on Cinco de Mayo. So sometimes things really work out well. You're when you show up